Hey guys, what's up? Anthony Rodriguez here. I just wanted to get to an answer from questions that I've been getting on Instagram, and I apologize for not replying. Some of these questions have been hidden in some folder on Instagram, and unless I check it, you know, intentionally, I will never get it. I will never see it. But we're here now, and so I wanted to share the answer to the question. So basically, what do I do after I make the music, and how I deliver my stuff. And here we go. So I have Pro Tools here, Pro Tools Ultimate, and I have a template that I have. And the template that I have here is basically, it could be modified. It can be, we could add some tools to it. We could delete some things that we don't need. So I am constantly adding or removing. So what you have here is the audio files. So these are the audio files. And in my template, I have a certain number of VCAs that I go to when I'm ready to do art form, meaning, the processing was already done on this side of Pro Tools. So now when I'm done doing like a rough mix, and doing some processing and editing, editing first and then the mixing part. I do like a soft mix, like a reference mix. These are the audio files, and they have their respective folders. And then after I'm done with that, I go into the VCAs. So VCAs, for example, for this particular session, I have V strings, V choir, V guitar, V woodwinds, V piano, V harp, low drums, V high drums. Where are we? Okay, V cymbals, which also has crash cymbals, V timpanis, and V mid drums, V horns. And in this particular session, I do not have brass because it doesn't ask for brass in this particular score. And so what I also have in my template, well, this template originally has or had about eight or nine. So now I have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. So I had to add, a few more to make it work for this particular session. It does add, it does give me less work to do because I don't have to create VCAs, or I don't have to create whatever else I have. I just have to add whatever I need for that specific project. So these are the audio files. And then over here, I have what we call a reference track. I have a reference track channel where I'm either listening to a reference, basically, what am I trying to get at, what inspired me to write the music, and how close can I get it to the reference track, and it goes here, okay. And I have this plugin called VSX, which is a headphone plugin, which lets me go into different rooms. So the reference track is enabled in these here, and then in my processing part over here, in my mix bus, I also have a VSX over here as well. So this is one for the mix bus and the other one for the reference track. So I can hear how the reference track sounds in those rooms. And my job would be to, like, okay, let me hear the low end, let me hear how the highs are and everything else. And I try to match it as perfectly as possible, and create the best balanced mix that I can get. So the processing happens here. I have auxes. I have 2 long reverbs over here, which over here. I have short reverbs, and I have a delay. If I need to add some type of other reverbs, I can create auxes for that as well, as if I need it. So the reverbs that I'm currently using for this project is Altiverb. I'm using cinematic rooms, and then the same for the short reverbs. With the short reverbs, I just had to change the decay time and the amount of seconds which is basically just, going from whatever seconds I have in the long ones, going into like 1 second for the short ones. And then for the delay, I'm currently using Waves Audio Mani, which is a great delay. Awesome stuff here. And then in regards to like the master channel, I have a sub master channel here, which gives me the meter reading for my mix bus. Okay, and then I have a main master right here. So in the mix bus, I have whatever I put, in the mix bus here, for the whole mix. And then I have a print channel over here. So when I'm done with mixing from the VCAs, everything goes into the print channel and I start printing from there. And then while I'm printing, it allows me to hear the mix while it's playing. And in some cases, I want to change. I want to ride one of the faders a little bit low or a little bit high, so I can stop the printing. I could punch it in and continue printing without having to go all the way back to reprint, which is one of the great features of printing your music. And this is very necessary for me because when I send out these mixes, I get the notes back from the directors or from the publishers, and they want certain things to be, more standing out, and sometimes to just remove one element altogether because it might interfere with the media part of things. And this template basically has one print channel. So if I needed to do 2 different types of mix versions, I can either create a playlist here or create another channel for print number 2, print number 3, print number 4, whatever needs to be done. Those are options there. And if I need to print stems of this session, then that's another template that I have where I create multiple print channels to print out different stems. So this is all depending on what I need to do and what is the outcome for the projects. And so right now in this project, I'm just doing a little bit of editing and a little bit of balancing. And once I feel confident with that, once I feel confident with the reference track that's here, and if I'm doing any automation, like my first pass of automation within the multi-tracks, once I go into the VCAs, this is what we consider the art form. This is where now we can just focus on doing the last bit of mixing and not worry about adding any more processing, because that would be on this part of the session. As you can see, there's nothing here right now because I'm just basically just doing a little edit here, little edit there. And also I only have sense for my regular long reverbs here. So if I need to put the short reverbs, I could add it here. So basically that's, I have these short reverbs there just in case if I need it, and delay. So sometimes an instrument might sound better with delay opposed to reverb. And it's just an option. It's just really what you feel good about. So this template is inspired by a bucket of different audio engineers. I consider myself a music engineer. In my line of work, I have to do a lot of mixing my soundtracks, and therefore I need to be really careful and invest as much time in the mixing as I did in writing the music. And it all starts with writing the music. So the mix process actually starts before the mix. And so basically when I write music, I write all my ideas and basically trim it down before doing the Pro Tools session. So that way, things can be more clear and have just have a good time doing this. The processing really depends what I need. Basically, I will probably put like fab filter on these things, so I can do high passes and low pass filters and whatever tweaks I need to do in certain frequencies. And this is what it is. So I hope that this answered the questions. And if you're interested in knowing how I put this together, feel free to let me know. And also, since when I going like this gets annoying after a while, So basically what I do is I can when I'm finishing, when I finish processing on this side of Pro Tools, I would highlight all of the tracks right before the reference track. What we got? We got shift and option, and then we can just click on one of the folders, which is right here, and all of my folders are closed. So now I don't really have to do too much of swiping left to right. And I can actually create another folder to put these away. So for example, these are highlighted right now. I could right click it and make a folder and put I don't know, multi-tracks, I guess, multi-tracks. And now I can close that, and I can make it even shorter. So now I have this. So you see, so these are things that you can do, and really my template just evolves as I move forward, and it could get smaller, it can get bigger, really depending on the soundtrack that I'm composing. So I hope that this helps you in a way. So yeah, so we have, once again, a general summary is multi-tracks right here within these folders. I have my auxes here, I have my submaster, mix bus, and master and print over here, reference track over here, which is like very important, and then the VCAs come in last. These VCAs come in last. This is where I finish everything, because you know, when you look at all those tracks, you come over here, you only have to deal with 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. You only have to deal with 12 tracks, which lets me do some final automation on this. So basically with these, I have 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. Sorry, 11, 12. So up to here. So I'll have all of these VCAs. And I don't have to, and I don't have to like scroll back and forth. You know what I'm saying? So that is my workflow in Pro Tools at the current moment. So I could go from music editing into mixing and then send it out for mastering. So I hope you guys enjoyed this 12-minute tutorial of my Pro Tools template. I'll see you guys on the next one.